Thank you very much. Hey, thank you, Hippie G. Good to see you, United BT. Good to see you as well. Had that turned off as I've done before on numerous occasions. Can you hear me now? Just give me a confirmation when you get a chance. Looks like it's showing up on my side. We are back to playing Starfield, and this is with Alex. He is the Shattered Space character that we raised up from a young pup, level 1 at Vectera. Let's see if I can hear this over here on my other machine. Okay, I've got the mic going through on that side, so I'm feeling pretty good about that one too. So thank you very much. I appreciate the heads up there. As you have seen probably in the past, I tend to turn the mic on and off a little bit when I'm taking a drink, and I did that right here at the start. So let's see. He is at, let me go ahead and do the little housework here. He's at level 71. I think we brought him into Shattered Space at around 56 or so. So I think he's picked up 15 levels playing Shattered Space. And some of those I did off camera. But to anybody that might tell us that there's not a lot to do here, I think 10 or 15 levels is a pretty good run for a single piece of DLC. He is currently, let's see what else we have going on here. He is currently in this fancy new streetwear he has. Let's see if I can find it. There you go. Found this just wandering around doing points of interest out here. Nice streetwear. He's starting to look a little. Cyber himself with that gun too. So, I think what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go back to some of the tasks that were on the list before we got to Shattered Space. I am going to stop and pick up missions at the Dazra security office, so I have some Shattered Space specific content in order to tack on and do some things. We are going to, I think we're going to go back to maybe Crimson Fleet. I have Crimson Fleet has undone, and Freestar Collective has also been undone. Hey, Clifton, nice to see ya. Sorry. Starting a new character, so it'll be a bit before I get to Shattered Space. Been playing with the creation kit. Wonderful. That sounds like a lot of fun. And frankly, there's never been a better time. You know where you're going to go with Shattered Space. There's some good content out there, and starting a character from scratch and bringing up is a lot of fun. And frankly, I've got another character I might bring through in a future live stream that's New Game Plus, and that'll be kind of like starting from scratch as well. So anyway, Alex is at 71. We picked up some levels. I think in the time off from the last stream, it seems like it's been a little bit because it was right after Shattered Space. I did throw some points out here into, I'd like to do something in here. I think I threw some points into gastronomy to see if I could cook some of the new foods that are available with the Varun recipes, and I think we did pick up one. I think we might be able to make something like groat pie. That's the only one I found so far. I don't know if there are more that are out there, but I went ahead and maxed it out and did that work off camera just because that's a little bit, it's not necessarily the most exciting stuff. You know, you put on the lab coat and you do the research and you have to run around and buy some pieces here and there. So I did that. Didn't add any points in persuasion. Haven't done much in here. Nothing new in combat. I did add a point in chemistry, so I wanted to start playing around with chemistry. It's not super important to me. I have 4 points available to me. I think, I don't know if I'm going to do this right off the bat, but I think I'm going to put those points maybe into cellular regeneration to keep increasing my ability to regenerate, because I do have some of those afflictions and some of those damage modifiers in place. So, and also, healing packs, med packs don't work as well for me because I've got that turned down as well. So cellular regeneration probably. Starship design is not urgent, but I think I'd like to start doing that, especially if I'm looking ahead to New Game Plus in the future and what I'm going to do with that. And then maybe I'll throw a point in negotiation or someplace interesting. Actually, I might do that one right off the bat. I have not done negotiation before, and he seems to have a little money, so we'll go ahead and do that in case we run into some discussions with the pirates. I'm not going to try to intimidate them, but you know, they like money, so that might fit in there as well. It's also worth noting that I have just recently turned on memberships for the channel. This was something that was kind of always on my list. I'm definitely going to take advantage of the opportunities that YouTube provides me, but they invited me to a boot camp, and I've been sitting through that and kind of learning about how those memberships work. From what I understand, I have about 10 free memberships or membership trials to give away in any given month. And I don't know if that's the first month or if that's every month or something like that. I can't choose who they go to, but if you have it enabled, if you're able to receive a free membership, the YouTube algorithm will just pick people randomly that are in the live stream and are watching the live stream. So I think it may have something to do with how often you chat. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. I think we're going to learn that together. Just not something I'm that experienced with, but it's kind of cool. I did make some nice little emojis and some badges and things like that. So if you get a free membership, that's it. If you decide you'd like to support the channel and subscribe, I did put 3 levels out there, like a 299 level, and then some that are higher than that. And then I put some ranks on them, like Lieutenant, Captain, and Admiral. And right now, it's really just emojis and badges and just a way to support the channel. So don't feel obligated if you want to try it out. If you get one for free because you're hanging around in the live stream and you're chatting, that's pretty cool too. I'm curious to see how it works and to see if any of them pop up. I don't think there's anything that I need to do to turn that on. But anyway, just know they're out there. And if you get one, it should pop up in the chat and tell you. It might tell people that it happened as well. Haven't seen it happen myself. So anyway. I think we're going to jump over to the ship real quickly. I think we're going to give Andrasia a little vacation because she has been such a great partner for us on Varun Kai. She has been very helpful, engaged in a lot of conversation, helped us out in some quests, things like that. But we have, we're going to let her kind of cut loose and go wherever she wants to here without us. And we're going to pick up another companion on the way. And I think both Sam and Sarah have been giving me the do you have a moment to talk routine quite a bit lately. So we're going to have a little conversation with both of them real quickly and see where that goes.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you.
Oh, maybe this has something to do with Shattered Space.
To eradicate
oh,
the
no.
Terramorph threat is essential to the safety.
Oh, so we're still working through the backlog of things that she wanted to talk to me about. I think she was mad at me recently too, so something had to be done. Creatures were dangerous. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency.
So we'll bring her along. I think I want to save Sam for the Freestar Collective at some point in time. And she may or may not be a problem with the Crimson Fleet. We'll see if she objects to that, but we'll find out.
That was a smart choice you've made. A solid scientific decision.
Yeah, we knew you'd like that. I was concerned there'd be I'm trusting the science on this one. Yeah,
that's a wise decision. Besides,
I'm pretty happy with that.
If Chief Engineer Kulkarni believes that the microbe will be effective, then we have to trust her experience.
I'm not worried about that. Let's go.
Good. I wouldn't want you to think it was some kind of mistake. Despite the Lazarus plant being simply locked away, your decision has made the settled systems a safer place to live for years to come.
I kept them both on the ship. They're with me. I just kept telling them it's too scary out there, guys. Just stay here on the ship. The Varun people don't like you. I didn't really get that option to say that. Your approval is owed me. Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
She likes that.
Well,
I gotta shift over here real quickly and check something in my control panel and see if it's working as soon as she's done with her dialogue. It might pause the game real quickly. Give me just a second. Oh, there we go. I don't know. The setup here, this is the first time I'm actually dual streaming on Twitch as well. So if you are interested in watching on Twitch at Kineer Gaming, that is the handle over there. You're welcome to join me over there. I think it is a little faster than YouTube. There's an interesting delay, but it's the second or third time I've done it. I tried it on a different game earlier this week, and I think I have the bugs worked out. And we'll see if we can get some more people. Get some eyes on the channel and some of the content that we're going to look at going forward and see how that goes as well. So anyway, let me make sure I am not skipping too far off my list of things. I don't want to get too sidetracked. We're going to talk to the 2 companions. We're going to pick up the Dazra missions. I got to remember to pick up the Dazra missions. And I think I can just hop right on over there and do that. Oh, I forgot to ask Sarah to actually come with me. Let's see if I can remember that when I land. I have gone all through the city of Dazra and, yeah, sorry. Oh, that's not helpful. Hey, buddy, bring my ship over here, man.
How may I help?
Dumar.
I am dying to work on your
I need you to do me a favor. Bring my ship. Okay, so let's do this one, and that's not going to work, and then we're going to switch back to this one, and that's going to make that the home ship. He didn't look as excited as I was hoping he'd be. So I have worked my way around the city, talked to anybody and everybody I can, and I don't know that I've exhausted everything. There's still a couple of sites out there that are, and I think we were talking about it in the comments on one of the previous videos, that like the monastery is still at 67%, for whatever that's worth, and then there is a another site that's at 50%, and I have crawled all over those two sites. I'll show you in the map. This may or may not delay my audio. I think I've got that fixed. So we've got a site out here, the Hill Country Power Relay, partially explored at 50%. Can't find a way to get that to move ahead, and the Tulshak Monastery, which is partially explored at 67%. Now, I've seen some people out there on Reddit who are talking about that and saying, you know, just jump over the cliff and find this little area where there's a, you know, there's a Groat corpse or something like that, as if it's just a matter of, you know, finishing up the exploration. I swear, I've crawled through that place left and right. I've gone up and down. I've crawled underneath the buildings, which I don't think you're supposed to be able to do.
Need anything?
We're not going to take her with us. And I can't trigger that last part of that 100%, so not one of those things I'm going to do on stream.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you.
Oh, she wants to talk to me about this too.
It from the rock, held it in your hand.
So I'm going to leave that one for right now. I had visions of sound and music.
No,
okay,
no,
we do
I don't
definitely
think you
have that going on.
I know about.
Oh, also,
the
by the end of this, I might take a few minutes at the end of the video and talk about some of the negative feedback I have seen, not on the channel here, but on Shattered Space in general. I was going to make a separate video, and I might do that here during the live stream at the end, where I'll just kind of take a few minutes at the end and talk about it and then cut that out later. But it is interesting. I gave it some time, and I wanted to see kind of, you know, what was being said out there and what the ultimate result was. I'm pretty comfortable with the Shattered Space content in general. But I did notice some things I think might be interesting to others, which I'd be happy to share. Let's see, I'm pulled across the galaxy. It wasn't terrifying. We liked it.
Artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails.
I'm sure there's a perfectly rational explanation.
If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it.
Why won't you
The
look at me,
artifacts are
Sarah?
So different, so alien.
We used to be
And I'm
friends.
certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Agreed.
Yeah, United.
Unfortunately, there's no
You know, it's
way
interesting.
more
I'm
time.
in a Facebook group, and there was a guy the other day in a Facebook group who just went off on him and posted his picture up there and said that it's time for him to move on to this other stuff. And as it turns out, Emil's in the Facebook group, and he responded to him right there. It was interesting. It was very interesting to see. So it answered two questions. First and foremost, his answer was fine. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for an incredibly long time. His experience level is kind of untouchable, I think, in the industry. I don't have any complaints with the guy, but I wasn't really aware that any of them were in any of those Facebook groups, which was surprising to me. And the fact that he responded was pretty interesting too. So.
No, that's not it at all.
Oh, was it about that Facebook discussion?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an explorer's dream. Believe me.
I mean, I'm not hacking on the kid. That, you know, I looked at the guy's profile that wrote the original comment, and I think he's just a young guy, and he feels like he's got a lot to say to everybody about what he thinks about things. But wow, it was interesting.
I knew I picked the right person for the
All
job.
right, Sarah, we're gonna be great friends. I can
wanted
tell
to
you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best.
Okay, come on, Sarah. Will you come with me places?
Something you need?
There we go.
Always.
Thank you.
Point the way and we'll be off.
We'll have to get.
I shall be here if you need me.
It's actually comforting to know that, Androsia. Thank you.
Okay, so she's my companion now. That was my goal.
Here.
That was a lot of work just to
I
get her
have
as a
something.
companion. Yeah, okay.
I picked it up on one of our latest planetary I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old...
I just want to give her a Varun outfit.
Check back
You know,
with me
like,
from time to time after you return.
she's a little chatty, isn't she? Okay, come back.
Yeah?
That's a lot of work.
Dropping off a few choice items.
I'd have like 10 minutes of conversation with her just to come to this next stage. Okay, do I have one of these? I just want to give her one of these dumb outfits. How about that one? They look the same to me. Here, have a teal outfit. Now you look like you could wander around Dazra with me. Wow, that was a lot of work. We're just gonna go pick up the mission board quest before we head back out. You know, unless there's something really compelling here in Dazra, I'm gonna kick back over to the UC Vigilance and get that quest started. I think that's the next on my list. I need to get that one moving. Now the good news is, I don't think we're gonna have to spend. We're not gonna have to crawl through the Crimson Fleet. I think it's gonna be pretty easy at level 71 with a full set of starborn powers, that kind of thing. So here we go. Good job. Let's see what's on the mission board. Destroy the Varun Revelation at Alpha Terna. Okay, that's out somewhere. We're definitely going to take that one and knock it out. Destroy the Varun Vigil 2 at Beta Marais. We're going to take that. Pick up inertial batteries at the deserted relay station. You know, we'll take it. None of those are that urgent, but there's something to do. And we'll be helping the cause. We'll be helping the cause back here. They need all the help they can get. They've been through a lot. I feel so bad for them. Okay, what are we doing here? So I think we can go to... Where's my next faction quest? So I have Where Hope is Built. We're not going to do this one right now, although I have kind of moved a couple pieces ahead. We are going to go to the UC Vigilance. Yes, United, there's a new mission board. If you didn't see it, I'll turn back around. It's right inside the Dazra security office, which is right inside from the starport. Glad I could help. I'm glad that was new and I could share that with you. I will say this, and this is an interesting thing about that mission board. When I came to Varun Kai, I was just jumping around looking for things, and I found this cave. And I haven't been able to find it on any of my other playthroughs of Shattered Space yet. However, I did pick up a mission that took me to that cave. Now, I don't remember if there was, I think it was just something that was nearby, but let's make this stop, please. But this cave over here this is a really interesting area. So I'm gonna land over there just so you see it. If you see this mission on the mission board and it tells you to go to this cave somewhere and fight something in or around it or something like that, go to it, take it. It led me to an area that was very densely populated with POIs. Now the rest of the planet isn't like that. Okay, so we're here. Let's see. That's a crashed ship. There's a Varun camp. So just look at, there's my ship. There's the cave. I don't remember there being anything really spectacular inside the cave. But if this works the way I think it does, look at this area here. This area is just littered with points of interest. And these have all refreshed. I think I've actually visited all of these. And you can just farm them. You can just wander around and farm them. And so the issue for me was I had to find this cave, which I think I found accidentally. And I'm doing this on a New Game Plus character, in the NG plus 5, that's Kineer. And then I also have a level 20. He just hit 20 on Xbox. And he's certainly below level, which makes a lot of this a lot more fun. So it was on the mission board, it was. Although I found it. You said, I haven't come, so Hippie G says, was it on the mission board? Because I haven't come across one just wandering around and go to that cave. But then the cave shows up on my scan. Yeah, did it show up from space? Because I think that's where I saw mine, but I'm not seeing it on my other characters. Maybe I haven't scanned them. Anyway, so there's a cave, and that's a great area. Once you find it, it's a great place to farm. It is also, it's actually the place that I got this set of armor as well. And I haven't gone into great detail on that. If you haven't done the Tomb of the Fang, some creature out there. If you haven't done the Tomb of the Fang out here, there's a whole process where you can get this suit of armor for another person, an NPC. And I thought, and I knew up front, that if I found her and she was out here in this same area, you can just wander to points of interest and you'll find her out here kind of fighting the good fight if you go through the right process. And if you want to, you can shoot her and take the armor. And it's a pretty nice set of armor. But I didn't feel great about just shooting her and taking the armor. It didn't feel like the right thing to do, and Andreja was with me, etc. And so I'm out here wandering around, and I find a POI, and it's just one of them out here in the middle of nowhere, right? It's just, I don't even know where it's at. It's, it's like a it's a crash ship or a Varun camp or something like that, right? And I get out, and I'm at a distance looking at the camp, and I got my sniper rifle out, and I see a Redeemed, I see, all sorts of Varun zealots all around, nothing bad over there. And I see one of them over the top of a little bit of a sand dune, and I shoot him and hit him in the pack, and they shoot up in the air, and then they land. And Andreja says nothing, right? Just, we're at a distance, and they start to engage me, right? Because I've started a fight. I rush over there, and I find her on the ground dead. And at first, I didn't realize I had killed her. But I took her out with a sniper rifle at a distance. And Andreja didn't have anything to say. She wasn't concerned. She wasn't mad at me. It didn't register as kind of like a civilian kill for some reason. I cleared out all the rest of the zealots, and I took the armor. And the interesting thing about it, and this is a bug in Shattered Space as well, is I went back to her home where her father was, because I felt like, okay, I might want to go tell him. And I'm wearing the armor. He says something to me about it, right? And it gives me an option to lie to him in the dialogue that just says, oh, I found it in the desert or something like that. But she was, I found her dead, which I did. But I didn't realize I was lying at the time. I thought I literally had found her dead. But then I look around in the corner and she's there in the room with me. So I accidentally shot her. I took her armor. I went back and told her father she was dead. And she's sitting in the same room with the two of us. So there's something a little odd about that quest and that storyline. So, I could go back there and show you. Actually, why not? Let's do it. I like the idea that you could pickpocket. You could pickpocket just the helmet and pack, not the suit. Well, so, just know this as well. If you shoot her at a distance, even if you don't know it, it was my intent. I didn't intend to harm her. And I was somewhat relieved to see that she had been reincarnated already. I didn't know the Varun were capable of that, but I guess that's what that's what I'm going with. She has been reincarnated. I don't even know where her house is. I'll find it real quickly here. Okay, that might be it. Is that up on the left here? Could be it. I'll be able to tell from the outside. The Hashtal household. Let's see if she's still here. There's Dad.
Is this my life?
And there she is.
To hide at home when I could truly make a difference.
So I have her armor, and she was certainly very dead when I took it from her. And here she is. So
leave me alone.
And there's her dad. And her dad doesn't really want to say anything, but she's still, she appears to be here and at the point where Andreja convinced her dad to let her have the armor. She's gone back. Yeah, hippie. That's exactly what happens. Like, if you shoot her up close, you're in trouble, right? You take a reputation hit, and she's she's angry with you, and I don't know, she might leave. Anyway, there is a loophole to the system if you're interested. And that loophole says you can kill her and she's reincarnated and she doesn't know that she ever died. And I'm just going to go with it because the armor's nice. It's, you know, it's a decent set of armor. I'm not going to complain about it. Oh, here we are. The moon of Phobos. I don't think there's anything else I was supposed to do before I took this next step. I haven't done this in ages. Haven't decided whether I'm going to side with the Crimson Fleet or the UC SysDef. However, I think the last time I sided with Crimson Fleet, so might flip a coin at the end. Might just go with it. Might just be the good guy. He's a, you know, this guy, Alex is Freestar Collective and UC whatnot. So, speak to the guard. What's up, buddy? I'm a Varun.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance.
He sounds so
Did you have
excited.
any questions before I escort you to the commander?
I'm just eager to get started. Here on official Vanguard business. What can you tell me? I just want to get started.
Understood.
It's going to be
If
great.
you'd follow me, please.
Let's definitely do this.
So, you're the Vanguard that
Pardon
took
the
down
noise
that
there.
Morphon City.
Yeah, after all I've been through, and you know, I'm the Vanguard. Oh, it's Alex. Wait a minute. Let's go. Alex Vong. He's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
Of course,
Forgot about him.
We don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck.
I don't know if our instrumentation is rated for long-term exposure to this level of cold.
She seems lost. Classic Bethesda United. Absolutely. I don't mind it. It's entertaining as far as I'm concerned. You know, I'm just carefully trying to find a way to accomplish what I want, and they're just like, here, have the armor. We'll solve it for you. Okay, there's nothing in here I can take, is there?
Hello.
This is his office. Anybody watching? I got a hat. I didn't think it was a hat, was it? Combatech. I have not been using a Combatech weapon in a while, but we'll see how that goes. Before we talk to him, United BT asks, what outfit is that you are wearing? It is Varun streetwear, and I think it's kind of awesome. I like it. I don't know if it comes in any other sizes, but you know, it's a cool long coat. +5 crit damage. Almost all the other Varun gear is +5 persuasion. So this is a little different, and I like it. And I think, what do I have so far? So I have the caped House Vethal suit, which is a nice suit. It is a dark suit. It has the gloves and, you know, kind of that half cape going on. I have the caped Zealot suit, which is the same thing. It's kind of got that white paint, kind of scuffed look, but also with the gloves as well. Copper Varun suit. Now those start dropping immediately, like when you get on the Oracle. This might have been the first one I found. Let's see. The House Dual Kef suit. That's kind of a nice sharp looking suit. It's persuasion as well. I think it looks better than some of the fitted suits you get elsewhere. Lots of lab outfits, gold, red, and that's it, yeah. I like the cowboy hat too. Well, hey, I'm going to go one step further. This is Alex, and he is very loosely based on the character of Alex in The Expanse, who was a Martian, and on Mars there was an entire Earth Western community that was going on there. So that's kind of the reason he's wearing a hat at this point in time. So, purple Varun suit with a patterned scarf, if you like purple. You know, that's just lovely. What else do we have down here? The teal suit, that's the same. I have Thomasar's old outfit. The Varun ambassador suits. I have Varun scrubs, which are, okay. Scrubs, that's okay. The guard uniforms, I think those look all right. Nice and green. I do have a guard helmet, which looks just like the helmet. It doesn't have any stats, but it looks like the the helmet I got from the Ryujin questline as well. But it's kind of cool looking. I've not put that on. And then is a Varun, the Varun suit with the scarf as well. So there are a lot of clothes in this game, oddly enough. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to have a conversation. I could put her in something interesting too, but that's good enough for now.